Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is AMEERA THAQIFAH binti Fauzi. I'm a matrix number L22A0038. Today I will give a review to you guys about this article which involves our feelings of disappointed. The title of the text is Self-compassion is the best way to deal with disappointed. The reason why I chose this article, I'm very interested to know about human feelings and mental state. Disappointment or sorrow means sadness or displeasure caused by non-fulfillment of one's hope or expectation. This is caused by a person or thing that makes them upset. Disappointment is a negative emotion felt when an outcome doesn't match up with our expectation. Characterized by a feeling sadness, loss, anger, and frustration, disappointment is an unavoidable part of life, but it's not always easy to deal with. Even if your set barrier to be minor, especially person could not hide the disappointment. Next, the purpose of the text is to develop your self-compassion to deal with disappointment. Compassion is a critical when dealing with disappointment, especially for those raised with a critical parents or those who have a self-critical. Three components must be present to develop self-compassion, which are self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. Self-kindness involves being gentle and understanding with ourselves in the face of difficulties rather than harsh judging ourselves. For example, I would tell them that we are humans and we make mistakes. Try to acknowledge that you are human being and will make mistakes, and that's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. Self-compassion is simply the process of turning compassion inward. We are kindly and understanding rather than harshing self-critical when we fail, make mistakes, or feel inadequate. We give ourselves support and encouragement rather than being cool and judgmental when your challenge and difficulty arise in our life. Next is common humanity. Involves recognizing that suffering and imperfection are normal parts of human experience and we are not alone in our struggles. Common humanity is an argument with the socialism that emphasizes the nature of human as a social creature with a tendency to cooperation, sociability, and rationality. It is argued that the individual cannot be understood without reference to society, as a human behavior is socially demanded. The example is practicing common humanity means accepting or forgiving ourselves for our flaw. Accept that we are not perfect and we need to show ourselves compassion, and go easy on ourselves for being a limitation or shortcut. We all experience suffering, stress, loss, and pain. We all want to be loved and experience contentment. Next, mindfulness is the quality of state of being conscious or aware of something. For example, a mental state is achieved by focusing one's awareness of the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensation. Using as a therapeutic technique, mindfulness involves being present and aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment or over-identification. In article, Christine Nerve reminds us to show ourselves in the same care and conditional than we show a good friend. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness, concern, support you, and show to be a good friend. However, practicing self-compassion can be handy sometimes to some people eventually if they have an experience like child trauma or grow up in dysfunctional household. It may take a one step forward or two steps back until they gain a sufficient momentum to overcome their childhood wounds. Practicing self-compassion involves being aware of our critical inner voice and overseeing how we talk to ourselves. Acknowledging that disappointment is a normal part of our life is also central. It believes to be a seed consciousness or compassion at the range of quality such as compassion, curiosity, clarity, and cleanliness. This is more we practice mindful and self-compassion, the more we inhabit this compassionate, clear, and self-calm. We can effectively deal with the disappointment and engage with our feelings through these four filters instead of being overwhelmed with a negative emotion. This article is very convincing to me about my self-compassion in my daily life, because the problem are we facing are very similar in all, and it also help our mental state become more better. My conclusion for this article: disappointment is a common feeling or experience in our daily life. Components like kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness can be improve our mental and emotional health if we practice our self-compassion, even though it's not easy for everyone, especially for those who have experienced trauma. For example, for students, self-compassion helps us relate better with others. More self-compassionate young people are more likely to take others perspective and are more forgiving. They also tend to resolve interpersonal conflict in healthier ways, especially by compromising instead of subordinating their feeling. So this article can be a source of information for people as a motivated and accept the best the worst accepted of who we are. That's all for me. Thank you for listening.